What's up, guys? It's February 25th, 2025. We've had the same pattern roughly I don't know why that's been happening a lot lately. I don't know what's going on with that. And what do I mean by the same pattern is like sell off, rally. Okay, that day we had a breakout. We had a sell off, rally, sell off, rally. And the sell offs are getting, I don't want to say more climactic, but we have had three pushes down. So like one, pull back. Oh, excuse me. Like one, pull back, like two, pull back, like three. And here, when we had a small rally into the EMA, it sold off. Rally into the EMA, it sold off. Today's rally into the EMA didn't necessarily sell off. It did. We went more sideways, but bears didn't make a new low, how they did both the other time. So we're starting to go a little more sideways. There's a few types of higher lows, or when we have a trend line break. So here's a trend line break. There's a few types of trend line breaks we can have. 2 seconds here. I'm gonna clear my throat. Oh yeah, well I got your attention. I started a membership with the channel. I'm gonna be doing in-depth videos about breakouts, channels, and trading ranges, the market cycle, how to build systems, and that'll be for the members only. That'll get started around next month. I'll drop the first video, but there'll be an official announcement later on. I'm working on a little announcement video, so stay tuned for that. And it'll be a live Q&A once a month once we have enough people. So yeah, let's go over the daily chart. What was it? Oh, excuse me, the three trend line breaks. Trend line break, new low. So here they got a new low. That's the best case scenario for the bears. The second one is recent low. You could argue this is a recent low because 25 had a bad close. And the third one, which is the worst in this case for the bears, would be a trend line break and a higher low. So we can keep that in mind here. And here we can look at it like this, like one, pull back, new low. Like two, pull back, new low. Like threes, pull back, create a higher low. So that's the worst kind of scenario for the bears. Not saying maybe tomorrow we have a gap down. I don't know. But from what the price action we're seeing right here, this is the worst case scenario for the bears. This was a good case, and that was a good case. But this trend line break produced a higher low, whereas the previous trend line breaks produced a new low. So that's interesting. A little bit of a market shift here. Bulls are a little stronger. And why are bulls stronger? Well, we're testing the lows of this breakout candle here. I want to see what happens at this level. Maybe I'll be a buyer with an options contract. I don't know. Because this is a good breakout point that rallied. But then you could argue that this was the breakout point. This was a trading range. And that's just a bad close for the bulls. So I think we're definitely range bound. Look at the overlap. But in terms of here, I think the selling is slowing down for the reasons I just said. And then I'm not saying maybe tomorrow we still keep selling, but we are getting into the low of the trading range. So that's interesting because there'll be more buyers, and so that would align like the idea that buyers are stepping up today, the higher low. Okay, so yeah, that's enough rambling. I guess we didn't go over the 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart, same case scenario now. Better trading range, breakout. Could count this actually as a better breakout here because it's kind of bull is kind of bounced, but I think this is a good breakout. Like one, pull back like two, pull back like three. Again, the higher low, same concept, different time frame. Bar one is a trading range bar. It's a bull bar. Bar two is another bull bar. I was actually more bullish around here, but I saw 3 and 4, and I took that short with the options contract. I took that because there's a bear breakout, and we've been selling off in the opening anyways. So bar one, pullback. Bar two is a pullback. It's 2 legs higher for the bulls. Leg one, pullback. Leg two, testing here. Somewhat of a double top. Bar three prints. Strong bear. We're closing on slow. Could say that leg one, pullback. There's a form of a high one within bar one today. Pullback. Excuse me. I'm gonna say there's a form of a low one within bar one today. Pullback. Low two. Bar three. 4 is follow through, so the bears are breaking out. 5 is a good bear bar closing below the EMA. Think you have to get out of longs if you're bullish. Well, I was bullish because we were at yesterday's trading range lows. Bar one opened up close, but then we broke out, so that's a breakout. I just flipped. Right here, when bar four got context, I went short. So Bar 6, first pullback, 3 bear bar micro channel. That does have a gap, so this is a good type of gap because it's a bear. It's a gap where limit order bulls are getting trapped. That's what produces gaps. Bar 6, testing, first pullback, first reversals generally fail. Bar 7, strong bar, closing on slow. That's the leg 2, leg 1, pullback, leg 2. Bar 8, another pullback. And this is where I decided to start taking profits. Not necessarily like closing out my position, but I was like, okay, I'm taking profits soon. Bar 9, bear bar closing on slow. Bar 10 has a trend line break, and I was watching this rally. So bar 10, trend line break, leg 1, leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. I got out on bar 11 of shorts from here to here. And then I saw bar 12. I was like, well, that's 4 legs down. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3, pull back, leg 4. Saw 13. And 15 was a breakout. I think 13 is a good buy. I wouldn't buy it because of this much selling pressure could have easily collapsed, but it was a good buy because look at 14. So bulls made 1 R very quickly, and they get a bad follow through 15. This becomes a pullback. Breakout 17, second leg trap, testing the breakout point here. Bar 9, bar 8, bar 9's midpoint. 18, 2 bar reversal. 19, good follow through. I believe this is trying to get second leg down. But be cautious because we're already in 3 legs lower. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. So there's a 3 legs lower, visible 3 legs, and then there's a nested 3 legs, and then 2-legged rally. So it's a second leg trap. I think this is strong to get its own second leg down, and it does with this price action here. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. Wedge bottom 25 is climactic. Bear bar closing above its midpoint at range lows. I think it's best to get out of shorts if you're still short here. I actually bought this bar for a swing long, and it wasn't that expensive. I sat through like a $40 drawdown. I bought the close of 19, expecting this price action, but I sat through about 20 minutes of drawdown, which kind of sucks. 23 was a better buy, and I see that now that 18 and 19 are strong to get its own second leg. I got out right here, that contract on this bar. So like right there. Because that was like a triple top. And that was actually, okay, now let's talk about the price action. So trap, like second leg trap, 18, 19 strong to get its own second leg. And it does 20, 21, first reversal attempt. First reversal attempt generally fail on a good trend, so this was strong to get second leg down. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, 23. There's another rally here, so there's a trend line break. It's a fractal. 3 pushes down. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. Wedge bottom to support. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. Wedge bottom, double bottom. In the market rallies, which was following yesterday's rhythm too. Sell off, wedge bottom rally. Sell off, wedge bottom rally. And I thought that was really interesting how we had a different variation close today, because I thought bears would make a new low. Because that's what's been happening. But now that bulls are putting in a higher low for a trend line break, they retest and then go. So we'll see what happens. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. The bull channel. 30 is climactic. You see has a bad close at the previous swing. Bulls want to start to get closures above it. 17, 18's tails, and they start to get that with 36, 37, 38, 39. This is trying to get its own second leg, but there's more two-side trading. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2, pull back, leg 3. Leg 1, pull back, leg 2. Leg 2 is not as strong as the first leg. It doesn't have any bar. Well, 36 is a bar closing like 28, but 28 is bigger. But here, nonetheless, we produce a gap, 35, 36, 37. Bull gap, trapping limit order bears that had limit orders at the previous swing points. The bears that had limit orders sitting here they had about 20 minutes to get out, but they didn't. They're now trapped. The limit order bears here, they would have made a scalp if they saw this limit order leg 1, pull back, leg 2, fractal leg. So they had some time. That's a hard leg 1, leg 2. This is also testing here. When limit order traders get trapped, so in this case, these bears tried to short here. They had limit order set here. this gap here. So let's say they have a limit order set below 18. Then they get filled 28, 29. Now they're trapped 30. So when price comes back down, the resistance, bears will buy their original entry to close their position, and that's how resistance becomes support. So we can see that being tested with 18, 19. I mean, we can see resistance being made here and that being tested with 35. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments if that made sense. That's how resistance turns support, support turns resistance. Or 5-bar microchannel rally, the rally 5 bars shot with a gap here. Oh my gosh, I butchered that. Shot to get its own second leg, and it does. First pullback 40, it fails. Good enough for another buy. Now I think it's time to get out of longs because 44 is climactic. It's a bull bar. After many bull bars closing on its below its midpoint, and 42, 43 look fairly nice. So this is a nice. This leg looks. This third leg looks nicer than the second leg, and that's a late leg that looks nice. So it could be climactic price action on the 20-minute chart. 45, 46. We have a wedge top. Expect 10 bars or 2 legs down. Leg 1, pull back leg 2, second leg trap, bar 48. It turns out to be a better buy. Why is it a better buy? Well, the same exact reason right here was a better buy right here. So limit order bears, I got trapped here. They maybe stay short the high here. Comes back around. Limit order bears are trapped. They buy their shorts. They buy their shorts back. We'll buy into support, knowing this is now resistance turn support, 48 second leg trap, and they get 1R very fast. Sells off for 3 legs lower. Leg 1, pull back leg 2, pull back leg 3. Again, wedge bottom into support. 3 rally, 61, 62, 63. Shot to get its own second leg, but more sideways price action. There's 6 bars going sideways and 2 bars going up. So it's a really weak trend. You know, you want to see the market just continue like that. 72, 73, 74, 75. Bear leg shot to get its own second leg down. It's a bear micro channel with a gap. Leg 1, pull back leg 2, second leg trap. We go sideways on the EMA. Look at, I wanted to pinpoint this resistance real quick, or pinpoint it or talk about it, because I was looking at the overnight session. And the reason I got out around here is because this is the third time bulls were failing to break above the EMA. I was really looking for a test of the high, but it failed. So let's go over these gaps. Again, gaps are formed by limit order traders getting trapped, or if it's a reversal, that's how market order traders get trapped. So here we have the first gap. Again, bulls are buying this low. They're trapped. So their limit orders here. Breakout. They have a few seconds to get out in profits, but most of them didn't. Trap. They don't get a chance. If they buy low, it doesn't come back to the 50% level. They hit out right as it happens around here, this tail. So they buy here, and hit out as fast as possible for break even. Boom. Bulls selling, bears shorting the breakout. That creates a strong bar. Maybe these bulls here got trapped. They buy here. That gives them another opportunity to get up 50%. And these bulls actually made a little bit of money. So then, boom, sells off. Again, bulls are selling out. Bears are shorting the breakout. This is the leg 2. There's something I wanted to talk about. Oh, yeah. I got out here because these bars rallied, right? So what does that mean? That means bulls are buying bear closes. That's trading range behavior. And that signified, that's why I got out here, because it's the third leg down. I was like, wait a minute. If bulls are buying bear closes, this is trading range behavior. And sure enough, we went to a trading range later in the day. So that was a sign. Like here, bulls are trying to buy closes, but they're more trapped. But then down here, if you were watching this rally or sell off, I mean, this sell off was like, there was some time in these rallies right here. There was some time. So see, like the rallies didn't just sell off, it hesitated. So bulls were buying bear closes. See, hesitation, 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 and soon enough it rallies for a few legs and then sells. But so that's a way to tell, like, hey, these rallies, bulls 3 times in a row, bulls have bought the close, it rallied, bought the close, rallied, bought the close, it rallied. So bulls are trapped. They're gonna start buying more, and they do eventually as it gets to the new low and then it rallies. So all these bulls are trapped here. They buy more. First gap gets closed. Okay, that's the start of a trading range behavior, because when we're trending, gaps stay open. Like these 2 gaps stayed open. This gap gets closed quick within 30 minutes. So trading range behavior. Then bears get 2 gaps. That closes this trading range behavior, and so on and so forth. These two gaps get closed, that stays open. So this gap stayed open. No, that gap, this gap got tested. That gap got closed. This gap got closed. Yeah, so it's trading range behavior. All the gaps got closed today. This gap stayed open. This gap's still open from yesterday. Then we'll do the measured moves real quick. I don't really look at measured moves anymore because that's a lot. I do have them, but I'm just scalping. If I get more of it, then that's good. If I don't, that's okay. I like to do 1 bar measured moves since I'm scalping. So here's we could also do the 3 bar range. I can draw. Okay, yeah, so the 3 bar range that was met with 4 and 5. 4 or 5. So another reason why bar 6 rallied because bulls were taking profits at 1, or bears were taking profits at 1R. Here's a rally, deep pullback, maybe by the high of 26. Remember yesterday's video I talked about three reversal signals, 1 reversal signal, 2 reversal signals, 3. I bought the second one. Obviously 26 was the better one. 1-to-1 was met pretty quickly at bar 30. You can see that the market bulls still think it's trading range behavior because there's a tail. So right before it got to 1R, they started closing their positions. Oh my gosh. Right there. Wait a minute. Oh. Grabbed the wrong. Okay. And then 1-to-1 was eventually met, but that was met pretty here, and you have to do this entire pullback. So that was 1-to-1 of this leg, and then more smaller leg here. Put it at the bottom of the pullback. 1-to-1 is met to the tick. Here's if you catch this leg 2, you short 47. 1-to-1, that's a nice one. Okay. You want 1-to-1 here, but you get a deeper pullback. Maybe you buy this. So if you bought the EMA thinking you'd go up from there, you actually wouldn't get stopped out, but I don't know if it's best to hold through 57. You could eventually do that. That's met. These 3 bars, bottom of the pullback, and that's not met. Yeah, so you can see it starts, the bulls are getting weaker as the day goes on. Hi guys, hope you had a good one. Let me know how you did. I'll talk to you in the comments and in Discord. And stay tuned for that membership. There'll be some really good videos coming out this year. I'll talk to you guys later. If you learned something, share the show. Thank you for your support. Have a good one. Bye.